game. And this one is big buildings into dwellings late with the ship scoring tile not in. I think that that means I'm picking dwarves. Um, even though I keep losing to them and I keep getting burned if I actually do play them. So uh, it has yet to actually go well for me. Fakirs are the other pick with no ship scoring and the late dwellings. That makes a lot of sense as well. Fakirs could they could take this tile here, the 4 coins on the cult step tile. I think that would make plenty of sense for them. Then they can open air 2, use the step to get the cult spade, and then next round they have a spade coming in. If they manage to get the leech for double temple, that's also nice, but no guarantees there. Still, quite like that for fakirs. Um, um, I noticed we're playing against Deep Finesse, which is pretty cool. Um, I think that he was laying low for a few arena seasons, but he just won the last one, so that's cool. It's Giants sandwiched in the third seat. Okay. Giants have a reasonable shot at getting the big building tile depending on who comes in this seat here. Let's take a quick look early at what hexes Giants can expect to get and what their town situation looks like. They're probably starting on these 2 hexes. I think that that's fairly likely. Fakirs will likely start here and here, and dwarves will likely start here and here. No one should fight that hard for dwarves greens other than swarmlings. So what is the connection path for dwarves? I think dwarves will actually really struggle to connect here if they don't spade this guy with their first action. And will they be able to? There's almost no way that temp ship gets taken in round. Well, no, that's not true. Temp ship could get taken in round 1. It could go spade for swarmling or big building for swarmlings. And then worker power. No, there's no way that dwarves don't get at least 1 spade. But I do think swarmlings are just going to be a pretty safe pick here. This track suggests Earth 1 swarmlings, I think. Try to build some dwellings late, maybe. It's not like a thrilling color wheel, in my opinion. You're probably starting here and here, or like here and here or something. And as long as you get this hex from dwarves, I mean, I guess dwarves have nothing really better to do than just a single spade this, right? It's like pretty important to them. Because giants can definitely take away this hex. You're actually probably starting here as dwarves, right? So that you can tunnel down to, so that you just protect this hex from giants and then you have like more northern possibilities. I don't know. Let's turn our eyes to fakirs. Yeah. This player is choosing to go on a fakirs pretty early. That makes sense. Heroic Logic, how are you? Welcome to the chat. So dwarves probably get this town. They probably beat giants to this town here. I'm thinking that dwarves, maybe they lose this hex, like, but it's a very good chance that you're get. Well, so do swarmlings even start here then? Can they just start here or like here instead? And then they go for like a 3 hex town here. I don't know. It's not that obvious to me like what we want to be doing as swarmlings here. As fakirs, I think I'm starting here and then I'm jumping here. But my first dwelling goes here as fakirs. And then, depending on if giants place here or here, like giants could get creative and try placing like here or here. But the thing is, fakirs place ahead, like get the last placement, so they'll be able to see where giants are. And if giants are here, then they're definitely here. And then this is probably the town you're trying to make, right? As fakirs, you do like a jump to protect these hexes from one another. As giants, one interesting thing that you could try to do is try to dig through these hexes. Maybe fakirs let you do that, because fakirs don't actually need either of these 2 reds. And then if you can get like a town through here, that's pretty nice as giants. I also haven't played as fakirs in a very, very long time. I don't usually play as like the more fragile factions, but like we are in a new season, so yeah. That's not true. I do play dwarves pretty often. Sorry, you're resting. Are there landscapes? Yes, landscapes are on. That's also good news for fakirs. It's also theoretically good news for dwarves, but as I was saying, I actually think that dwarves have some connection issues here. And that's going to make them probably a fair amount less good unless you just decide you're kicking network, you're playing cults, and then maybe you're going for the dig bombs or something in the final round. Though it would be a waste not to like try to get these hexes in my opinion. Because yeah, I mean giants are probably going to start here, right? Giants are always starting here. They're going to beat you up to here. They're going to get b5. So then, do they also take b4? That really makes your connection tricky. They might hit this gray hex, which is like very good for connection. Swarmlings could take f3 if you don't want to prioritize spading that with your first action. There's a world where you start with no neighbor here. I guess you're almost always getting giants as a neighbor on d3, so that feels good. What's the giants' game plan? Are you digging through here ever? Do dwarves always beat you to d3, or is there a world where you can dig through here? It's not clear to me that there's no world where you can dig through there. As for dwarves, like as I was saying, this into this is very appealing. I think that there's a world where so giants will take a ship town. I don't think that swarmlings will take the other ship town, so I don't think we need to worry too much about that. And that said, if that does happen, then we might just take a coin town and then go for the stronghold, right? And then the stronghold will let us fly at the end of the game. But there are some issues here. Like there are clearly some issues with fakirs. One thing is that giants will probably be likely to get onto this temp ship tile when they want it in the appropriate round. But yeah, like my biggest question is giants, like, are we able to get this stuff? I don't like giants anyway. I'm gonna believe that dwarves and fakirs are enough points better. I'm a little scared to bid deep finesse off of swarmlings because I do think that if he does that, he'll go to giants and he'll find some line, and everyone's gonna give him hexes that like I think that they shouldn't. And life will just be sad. Okay, so here's another thing, right? E4 swarmlings is just really annoying for dwarves no matter what, right? I guess you still get a town through here. But then, even if you get f3, swarmlings are going to get double dig, so they'll probably just double spade this guy. Like, I'm not really interested in, like, a single dig tunnel as my round, right? Like then I don't even get a temple up. That would really suck. Um, so I think that we're probably just going for this town, assuming giants aren't on this hex, which I don't think is very good. Giants on this hex means that fakirs get this, which is, yeah, obviously like awkward. We also have a neighbor issue here for this town. So yeah, there's definitely some clear disadvantages to dwarves starting here. You have fakirs maybe like make a town through these hexes, but where's your other neighbor? Like, are you just triple digging instead? Maybe you get a town with this blue hex here, assuming swarmlings aren't down here and taking your shit away. I think dwarves can go down still a fair amount. Like, they might only need one town. They're probably not getting two towns in this round anyway. Uh, Pastile wise, it looks very nice for swarmlings. So what's the upside situation for fakirs here? Like, swarmlings have a lot of say in what happens like up the chain. If they take the spade, giants are super super happy, and fakirs are like whatever. They get a worker power or they get this cult step, which is still pretty good for them, admittedly. Um, I guess dwarves are almost always getting worker power here, which they're pretty happy about, I think. Yeah, dwarves are almost always getting worker power, which is quite good for them. They can take a spade if they want. They can tunnel if they want. Um, they can contest double spade even, right? Like they only need a 2-for-1 to get a double spade with dwarves if they take worker power. So I think that, as I said, we're starting here and here as dwarves. Um, the key hexes for dwarves are this guy, and maybe this guy. This feels like our likely connection hex in this matchup. There's no priest pass tile, so taking the priest action round one is pretty nice. That might not be a bad idea for dwarves to try to do. Get the first priest onto the. It's not even obvious like which cult you want that on. Like Earth cult is obviously good. Comes, you're gonna get this spade anyway, but like the air cult. But do you take like air 2 dwarves or do you like send it to fire? But that's a much later reward. It's less obviously good this first priest. You're not guaranteed double dig. So there is a world where if you start E4 swarmlings that dwarves take this hex and then tunnel on you. So I do this. And then I bid for yeah. God, this is pretty tricky all around, I think. I think where I'm starting to land is that our round is we tunnel as dwarves. We tunnel with our first action onto this hex. We take worker power, we tunnel with our first action. Then we temple, we take earth 2. And then we pass for double spade next round. I don't think anyone's having a shorter round than that. Swarmlings have gone down a lot. I would probably bid fakirs one more time. Oh, okay, never mind. Fakirs are getting more action than dwarves anyway. What's good for giants here? Are the late dwelling events good for giants here? Can you start down here? Can we give up this hex and just start down here? Is that so bad? We'll probably get dwarves on here eventually as a neighbor, but no one else really wants to neighbor these hexes down here. Do we connect in that case? We're getting this red. No one really wants this red, but fakirs could take it and do something weird. Fakirs probably beat you to this red here. So connection is pretty tricky. There's also not a lot of incentive to go 3 ship in this game. But I mean, the late dwellings. This red is likely to get, like, depending on how aggressive people are, this red could go to the dwarves as well. I guess we're probably taking worker power, right? If the swarmlings take the big building, we're taking worker power, and then fakirs get the spade. I don't think that that's good for, like, I don't think that swarmlings really want that, right? For fakirs to get the spade, but why do swarmlings care? They'll just do what they think is best for them. And what they think is best for them might just be taking the big building tile. It's not inconceivable for swarmlings to be able to open Stronghold Sanctuary, though. Yeah, like if everyone has a leech party all up in this business, then swarmlings could go Stronghold Sanctuary. I have to think that giants would take the coins away from them, but it's probably priest to earth for dwarves. Yeah, worker power does get taken in that case. In which case, maybe we're actually taking this guy. We're probably going to be able to manage the leech to get double dig in round 2, but maybe we take this guy, tunnel, with our first action. Whatever. I'm going to try one more on dwarves. I still want it to work, but we'll see what happens. I think that we're going giants after this, though. I mean, fakirs can't be that bad, right? And also, swarmlings just can go so hard. They can go off so hard. You really have to fight for the pass tiles in this matchup. Giants and swarmlings are going to both fight really, really hard for this guy. But yeah, we're going to have to be at the mercy of how much people want to fight us. And yeah, let's go giants. So here's the bad part about abandoning this hex. The bad part about abandoning this hex is that it makes it really easy for fakirs to do stuff. I think that the right move is to start here and here, and just make life ugly for other players. And then if swarmlings do deny this hex, then maybe we'll get these reds over here as well. That's a bit more of a pipe dream, though. No inherent scoring. We're going to fight for Earth 1. We'll see how it goes. No one else should want the bridge in round 1, so we should be able to bridge. I guess it could get pretty awkward if fakirs don't place here and swarmlings don't place here. Then this becomes actually a fair amount less attractive, and maybe we look here. But no, we still got beaten here. No, I think that we're supposed to place here. But yeah, dwarves they feel more robust, but they actually have a lot of holes in them. I wouldn't be shocked if Deep Finesse just goes for... Oh, sorry, if... We'll see what happens here. I guess regardless, we're just going here. I'm not convinced that this is that useful for us. Dwarves or swarmlings choose this hex as their contested hex. Okay, so this hex doesn't have a neighbor currently. Okay, it does get the neighbor. But I still think that this is probably the right call. Just make things a little ugly for other players. Probably what happens is that if I try to take this hex, then stuff goes down there. But I think I probably need to take my dog out. But while I'm taking her out, we'll make some moves mobile, and then we can maybe discuss those moves. How should we / other factions value Earth 1? Yeah, I think that Earth 1 is good. I think that Earth 1 will be good for giants. It comes with a coin, that's not too bad. And also, like, I just never build a temple as giants, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, okay, swarmlings do start with a big building, so this immediately makes me very sad. Deep Finesse, why you do this, buddy? Why you gotta make me, or actually trash arena setting, why you gotta make me sad? Never mind. I mean, this really helps Dorg as fakirs. Chill, girl. Let's go. Okay. Looks like we're passing first. We decided to spade down here. We took the coins. I think that there are two attractive options to us here. We can either take temp ship, which, as I was saying, I don't really want to take temp ship because I think that we can try to get that heading into round 3. We could take the TP tile. That would enable us to... So my thinking here, right, is I know that I was talking a big game about getting um, Earth 1, but I think I'm very interested in securing this red, and I think that I can secure this red now. I can just dig, right? Or dig build. There's no way that fakirs are beating me to this hex anymore. So I'm very interested in that for next round, which means that I could also get an early town. I could take the ship town early, and that way I'm not dependent on that. But I think that the 7 coins are probably just the best. I don't think I want to convert my economy right now. I also don't specifically want to cash in on a town if I don't have to. So I think this is the play. Maybe we buy a priest to advance our shipping. We're 1 leech short of being able to take double dig. I actually don't mind taking double dig next round, but it doesn't look like we're going to get the ability to make that happen. Unless Deep Finesse tunnels here. If Deep Finesse tunnels here, that would be sick. But I don't really anticipate that to happen. Deep Finesse is deciding whether or not to pass here. I think the answer is no, you don't. Well, the risk is that if you don't pass here, then swarmlings could pass. Swarmlings are actually out of stuff to do, right? And if swarmlings pass, then they're passing on to the double... they're passing and taking double spade next round. And I don't think you want that. I think you quite want double spade for yourself if you're dwarves. Maybe these 2 hexes. This red and this green. To carve town space for yourself. I'll tell you what I don't want him to do. I don't want him to tunnel to this hex, because that means that he could target my red with his first action. Well, fuck. That is what he's doing. Coming after my red. I should have known better than to think that I actually had a chance of getting something nice for a change. Well, regardless, we'll take this hex first, and then we'll see how people respond. Probably what happens is that... Oh my god, I just realized that dwarves are kind of incentivized to pass on to the temp ship so that they can have a crack at double dig. So heroes go Earth 1, Earth 2 instead of Air 2. That's pretty interesting, and I do quite like that because there are multiple Earth rewards, and Air 2 doesn't actually get you the reward. And also, fakirs just have all the power right now, so that's also good for them. I'm never getting onto that fucking pass tile. Oh, man. What a disaster of a game. As always. Like, I don't know. Is the Hex competition fiercer on this map, or is it just because it's like... It's probably mainly just because we're playing against in a color sandwich, right? Swarmlings do have the stuff to take double dig next round. Okay. We should still theoretically be able to carve a 3-hex town out of here, but we'll see. I don't think Swarmlings are that incentivized to take Earth 1 next round. Next round seems like more of a Water 1 round for them. But again, we'll see on that as well. Temp ship is still open for us, so that's good news. Fakirs pass on to the cult bump makes lots of sense. Oh, hey, we got the double spade. Well, that seems pretty good. Let's see if, again, we'll see if this actually is allowed to happen. I have to assume that, well, since I'm taking the double spade, to be clear, I'm taking the double spade in part because it is a dig round. If it weren't the dig round, then I probably wouldn't have taken that double spade. But the other thing is that Swarmlings might now take a single spade. They could like single spade this hex or this hex here. They could even single spade two workers, 3 workers on this hex. and then dwarves might be spade blocked, and then I would get this hex. That's what I'm like. Those are the thoughts that are running through my mind right now. Realistically speaking, dwarves can probably just afford to take this hex anyway. And then fakirs will fly here. And then my regular dig probably just goes here then. I probably put the dig here. That enables me to hit hexes like over here and here. Take this guy. Next round. Well, next round on the temp ship, I probably just want to take these 2 hexes here. And then maybe I grab like a priest and advance my ship to get to 2 effective shipping. Then I can get this, these 2 guys, this guy, that guy. That is my dream. Speaking of dreams, this is probably dead over here. Yeah, I think that this player is probably considering, well, I mean, there's a lot to consider in this position. They take the coins. All right, so fuck. That sucks. It's like I knew it was coming, but like there was actually a world where Swarmlings took single dig instead, and then I was very, very happy. Does it behoove me to stomp this hex? Fakirs really want this hex. This hex is perfect for a town for them. Does this hex help me? That's the question. The answer is yes, right? This hex actually does help me because this hex helps get my shipping up faster. There's no world where I'm losing these 2 hexes. Like, dwarves no longer give a shit about this hex. They just want to tunnel up through here and hit these grays. But like this is no longer a connection point for them. So I can always get these 2 hexes for a town, or I can get like this for like a bridge town or something. So taking this hex away puts me on a center of leech. Like this could become a sanctuary. This could become a sanctuary. Fakirs are more incentivized to make this, to force this into a town. Dwarves have enough stuff for one more, like, just hard dig, so they could take this. So I think that I am going to go into the center. Let's get messy. I wouldn't be shocked if fakirs just passed right now. But I am going to try to pass on a temp ship if I'm allowed. Yeah, swarmlings do go for water 1 first. Now, that doesn't mean anything for sure, though, because yeah, fakirs do pass right away. They need to get double dig next round to have a shot at doing things right. And which hex are they going to take? Better yet, who cares? One spade gets us, or one dig gets us multiple hexes here, so I think that this is pretty good. Awkward double dig for dwarves since they already have the cult spade. Deep finesse gets a lot from c6 still. Yeah, c6 is good. Like I could have stomped this to fight them, but I didn't really want to fight them. Come on, girl. I didn't say that you could come up here. Come down. Come on. I didn't say you could come up here. But you know what? You can come up here. Whatever. But you need to calm down. Okay? Calm down, girl. Come on. It's bedtime. Yeah. Just calm down. Deep finesse tunneled instead of going for Earth 1. Okay, we should think about, are we likely to get Earth 1? He might be considering buying workers here. Workers puts you in good position for the next round. All right, so what's our game plan if we take Earth 1 here? We TP here, and then we temple here, and then we grab this hex, and then we assume that we get this hex later. And then we take this hex, buy a priest maybe, and build this hex. There is some incentive to just pass really fast as well. There's no question, because the big building tile is available. The coins have also been offered to us. I don't think anyone specifically wants the coins right now. I'm pretty interested in what happens if we just start rushing Earth 1 here. But if I do take Earth 1, I kind of run myself a little short on other resources, right? Like if I take Earth 1 here, I'm pretty short on workers. If I don't take Earth 1, then I'm building 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings. I buy a priest and then I manually advance ship. That, like, where are my points coming from if I don't take Earth 1? That's like another question that I have. Like, I'm not sure I need all that worker economy. On the other hand, there's not that many rewards for advancing ships, so fuck it. You know what? I'll just take. I might want the priest instead. Um, so we'll just keep that in mind. Defense is crushing the cult game. Swarmlings should be able to. Swarmlings no longer want the 2-key town. I think that it's. Or, I mean, they still want the 2-key town to be clear, but, like, they don't want it this round anymore. I think Swarmling's goal has to be to, like, get a good double spade going down through here. But I really think it was a misstep to place both of your dwellings in spots with lots of neighbors. You give so much leech to your opponents. You really want to be alone as Swarmlings, in my experience. And just not let your opponents, like, get stuff off of you. Like, Deep just got a double dig because Swarmlings had to dig next to him. That's incredibly good. New theory. What if we just build one more dwelling and then pass on to the big building tile? How bad is that? I was talking about buying the priest advancing ship and then building only one more worker of economy. It gets me 4 points during a dwelling round, but you know what? There's more dwelling rounds in the future. Defense, I guess, could, like, eventually cult spade this guy. That would be pretty bad. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's make the game coin poor and see what happens if I do this. God, this is just such incredible leech for dwarves. All right, so I'm not getting a pass tile next round. Things are starting to look pretty iffy. Fakirs probably just want to dig and fly onto this hex or something. It's funny, they have a lot of spades but no workers right now, but their econ is going to become very balanced very soon, so. This is like the mother load of leech for dwarves here. I didn't see this dig coming from dwarves, I have to admit, and that's very sad for me. Wow, Swarmlings decide to greed out a priest. Um, Now it really does become tempting to pass. It feels very tempting to pass now. I think Deep Finesse probably just temples for Earth 1 here, or sanctuaries for Earth 1 before tunneling. I mean, what can he do right now? He could tunnel 3 times during a dwelling round. That would be 6 VP per tunnel. That would be pretty filthy. Yeah, as expected, fakirs have to do that. Are we just passing? Passing is very attractive. If we stay in this round, we get like 4 points and 2 workers. But we also 4 points and 1 worker, right? From staying in this round. But if we pass, we get 2 workers and 4 coins, like a whole bunch of coins. So I think the right thing to do here is pass. I kind of hate it, but well, the other the other important thing is that we secure our hex. This hex is pretty good. So I actually do think I'm staying this round to get that hex. No, I'm passing. I'm passing. And dwarves have actually come all the way around and gotten themselves a coins action if they want it. What is the swarmlings' favorite? They have a water one. You think pass was good? Okay. I thought pass was good too. That's why I did it. There's air 1 from swarmlings. So earth 1 should be there for me in round 5. Round 5 is probably when I want to take earth 1. Yep, there's the coins action. So we're going to see 2 tunnels probably here. Or maybe temple earth 1 and 1 tunnel. I don't know for sure. I can't predict deep finesse here. I wonder if this is a megatown. The megatown probably has fewer people who want to compete for it over here. Okay, so it's Sanctuary Earth 1 now. I get some leech. And it is the tunnel up there. I could lose this guy, but I'm not sure that this is great for deep finesse. I guess like if fakirs take this hex and this hex, then it is good for dwarves to try to make a town up here, but they don't need it right now. So this red might hang out. The bad thing is that dwarves might just like turn it gray with a cult spade. Regardless, this is happening. Dig advances are probably happening this game, right? For dwarves. I have to think that dig advances are probably happening. And I should figure out what favor tile I want to take, because I think a favor tile is happening this round. And what town tile to take for that matter. I kind of think that there's a case for just taking water one this round. Temple, or actually no, it should probably be earth one, right? I temple here for earth one. I drop my landscape, and then I build. Well, the fact that I can just take a landscape. Is it? It's probably still the ship town, right? It's probably still the ship town, I think. Ultimately, Earth 1 is more important to my game than Water 1. It's probably what it comes down to. Do I have enough resource? Like what I kind of want to do, right, is I would like to get both Earth 1 and Water 1 this round. Is that doable? Can I Sanctuary here this round? That would be uh that would be one, two, three, four. Sorry, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 workers plus that would be 10 workers plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 6 is 14, 17 coins, and then I need 2 more coins and 1 more worker to build this. I can do it. Let's do it. I think water 1 is quite safe, so I'm going to temple for earth 1 first. We'll see if swarmlings want to temple for earth 1. I don't think that they specifically care that much about earth 1. Yeah, they just go for their hex. So I'll take earth 1. Dwarves are not, they haven't made a TP, they're advancing their digs, so they don't appear to be prioritizing water 1 this round. Yep. Swarmlings are practically never taking earth 1 first here, right? Oh, wait, sorry. I'm taking earth 1, because dwarves literally cannot take water 1 right now. Yeah. I don't know how much stuff I'll be building, but I feel like just building stuff can't be that bad. I know that the Giant's landscape can only be built when a temple is out, so maybe I should drop my landscape over here. I think there's a good case for dropping my landscape first, I guess. I can worry about the economy and everything else later. The landscape is just 6 points, which is quite nice. I love points. I'm old school. And we'll put it over here. That way I'm more likely to be able to get, like, I think that, well, Deep Finesse could take this hex, right? He could also take this hex at this point, so it probably does make more sense for me to come out while I can still get some territory. But then I would need Fire 2 or this bridge. That's what I don't like about it. Like, But he's probably not doing that this round. I could probably get this guy next round. That's probably not high priority. He's not going to go for a town through here. That would be ridiculous. He's not going to block like that. The problem is that that means that's one fewer red that I get, but this round. But that's okay. I can stomach the loss of one worker. Is this town happening for fakirs this round? 1, 2, get this. It's a lot of coins for this, but they can make it happen. They could also temple for fire too. That's not too bad because the fire cult workers return, and also you do want priests. And getting it early is not too bad, so... So fakirs are not getting their thing out this round. Okay. All those workers make me nervous, but oh well. I think that we're taking this leech. Like, we have so much stuff going for us right now. Yeah, we have Earth one and Water one right now. We have too many ways to make points not to be taking that leech right now. And also, swarmlings have now exceeded dwarves on these cults. That's not too unpredictable, but... Do we still want the ship town? That's an important question. Or do we maybe just want the coin town? No, because we only have one priest right now. Mind you, that priest can probably be used for coins, but I mean, that priest will probably be used for shipping, but... Yeah, the ship town's good. It also takes away a ship town from fakirs who might want it. We don't have that much economy that the priest town makes that much sense for us right now, so... All right, are we out of this round? I mean, this guy is quite good for us, right? We could send the last priest to fire, but I do suspect that fakirs will temple fire too. I think this is fine. We should pass for this guy. I think that it's quite likely that all our opponents will be on pass tiles by the end of this round. And that means that that's extra incentive for us to have a longer round. That also pays back a worker off the fire cult next round. So lots of reasons why I like that. that move there for us. This was what, the cult town? Okay, so both cult towns are gone. Those are usually towns that I look for, so that's a little sad. We're fighting fakirs for like a handful of cult points now. C5 is more important than D2, making that read now, because that still gives us a shot at A9. Now, fakirs could dig that out of spite. I would certainly believe it. I wonder if fakirs are building their big building. I think that it just makes more sense for them to temple fire too. But yeah, we're talking like maybe 4 cult points for us. Always one of the worst parts about being giants. Maybe we were supposed to just go for Earth 1. I know I took the coins in round 1. We didn't talk through that decision that much. I didn't feel great about that. I mean, so fakirs have lots of yellows remaining. It remains to be seen how aggressive they will get about taking our reds. I think that maybe the best thing for them to do is just to build their stronghold and then fly to their yellows. Okay, so this puts a ton of pressure on fakirs to take this hex. Defense doesn't have the most workers in the world right now. I have been put at a slightly awkward position in terms of making sure that my second town happens. But I'm capable of taking fire too. I'm a big boy. And besides, like, he doesn't have that much incentive to go after this guy anyway. I'm going to take this, and then hopefully I'll get this. And then I can go for Bridgetown, or I'll get this in the last round or something like that. It's all good. Ooh, what? That was savage. What? Oh, he's going to go for these hexes over here. I see. I see. Okay. Well, whatever. Regardless, it all starts with this. Never bad. Oh, there's a cult spade to speak for. I missed that. Yep, that goes away. Okay, so I'm never getting those reds over there. Maybe I can still get A9. Yeah, this game has gotten pretty spicy with my opponents, not just like against me. I do like spicy if I'm not the one getting spiced out. Swarmlings close their cult. They're going for a bridge soon. They actually have shipping, so they don't need the bridge necessarily. I think that it's our fiduciary duty to take this guy. I think there's a very realistic chance we're never getting onto another pass tile, right? Okay, fakirs do go for the stronghold. So, is it the ship town or is it the coin town? Inquiring minds would like to know. I haven't examined the scores too much. The scores definitely suggest that dwarves and swarmlings are ahead, I think. I mean, fakirs admittedly make a lot of points still. They have lots of dwellings to build if they can get the coins right now. In the final round, it scores in the final round. They have network points. I would say that we're competitive with fakirs at the moment. That's probably what I would say. They do go for the coin 10. I think that was the right read. I think that they just want to build. They have the means to build a lot of stuff now, and they should. They should try to build a lot of stuff now. Dwarves take this hex. Okay, so maybe they will go for a town, but they're being friendly and letting me have that hex, and I will oblige them. Oh, Swarmlings still have dig advances coming, so it's good for them. All right. My opponents are squatting at my hexes. I think that I am fairly obligated right now to advance my shipping. Or I really want to get this cult bump to go off, so we'll start with that. And that way at least we'll beat Swarmlings on network. We'll get a couple network points. I don't know. This does kind of feel like a fourth place. Like we had a big points lead, in part because our endgame points were going to be poor. But now everyone's caught up even in in-game points. So do we have any in-game points remaining? Because our endgame points are going to be like barely double digits. All right, we said we're doing the cult bump. Some time passed, but let's not forget that. Because let's say that we can't get our reds, which is pretty likely to happen in the final round. In that case, what do we have? We have internal scoring. We have 1 dig advance, 2 ship advances, 1 more town, air 1, water 1. Do we want to maximize our economy? Can we try to get down to 3 structures? Probably it's not worth it to get down to 3, right? Our opponents have insane economies. Like Deep Finesse probably gets down to 3 effortlessly. It's not clear that he'll get down to 2, but I'm talking about like 3 network points by getting down to 3 structures. Fakirs? Wait, Fakirs passed already? What? I'm passing too. Why do they do that? I'm really confused at that pass. That was a very early pass. Not that I'm like particularly complaining. Okay, that does go away. I don't think there's any chance I'm outlasting Swarmlings here. Rightfully so. Yeah, because they have a second dig advance and they can just keep stalling. So never getting onto their pass tile. But that's fine because I'll probably get onto this pass tile then. Or this pass tile, and both of those are good. Okay, I think... So fakirs are never opening with a double spade. So I don't need to worry that much about certain issues. We're probably getting onto big coins pass tile, so... Maybe I can afford to make a temple here? Thinking a little crazy thoughts, but Fakir's probably open to the coin. Well, they don't even actually have the stuff for a coins action right now. If I do this and build this hex, then they will have the stuff for a coins action, but they might not. But I don't have to build this hex. They probably don't dig this first thing. They probably want to, yeah, they have 5 priests. They want to dig and fly. So they might take this hex, which would be annoying to Swarmling, or annoying to dwarves. Um, so is it fire 2, which gives me economy, immediate economy, or is it air 1, which gives me 2 points this round, 3 points next round? No, air 1 can't be that good right now. So if I'm offered coins next round, which it does kind of look like might happen, I probably take the coins. But if I don't get coins next round, then I might take the bridge instead. This priest probably goes to the water track, I think. I think swarmlings are facing an awkward situation where they would like to build a dwelling, but if they do build a dwelling, then they're not guaranteed to deny me the pass tile. Now, I don't think swarmlings need to worry about denying me the pass tile. I think that they're crushing me. But they probably are. Like, a lot of players are just, yeah, a lot of players just want to, like, make sure that they have those options available to them. I'd say that this priest goes here. Like, how bad can it be to build this dwelling, right? Okay, so I've been kicked out of the round, but one thing is that I've denied swarmlings their dwelling. So that's all that I managed to do. That's all that I could have really asked for. I think that I should go for this. Oh wait, no. No, 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 no. My bad, guys. I did want to build this. So, okay, so here's the downside of building this hex. If I build that hex, then fakirs do get a coins action. If I don't build a hex, fakirs don't get a coins action. So which is more important, the hex or the coins action? I'm going to claim that I'm getting that hex anyway. Yeah. Let's just state that with no basis. Yeah. That's the claim. That's the no basis claim. We're going to get that hex and the coins action. Let's see how it plays out. It suddenly occurs to me that maybe my best line was to build that hex and then go for the bridge. But oh well. Maybe this hex is actually even more important than yeah, it's not impossible that this hex is actually more important than the coins action. It's a 4-point hex. This is water 1, I guess. Oh, he just gave dwarves the coins action. Okay, so I was worried about a whole shitload of nothing. Okay, then. Well, fakirs are going to be building TPs and flying, so... The priest can be used to advance digs or shipping. And I think that we've already determined that we don't have that many ways to score, so that's pretty important to us. Swarmlings aren't going to secretly connect, are they? They're not. They don't even have Earth 1. They have no incentive to do that. That dig was expected. It's possible that Deep Finesse just sees himself and fakirs as fighting for first place here. Seems to track. Because let's say that there's... Well... Huh. Fakirs are probably beating dwarves on network, huh? Regardless, this is very important. And I think that's it, folks, because I don't think I'm going to get that red. I mean, I can advance my ship and then take this gray, but... I don't think the odds are great that I'm getting down here. And that was water 3 from swarmlings. So they're going to be building an extra dwelling up here, which is fine, I guess. The extra dwelling... Oh, okay. It's a dwellings round, so that's fine. They're going to build 1, 2, 3 dwellings for 6 points. TP, 9 points, pass 4 points. So that's 13, plus their town. 25 more points. 25 more points plus like 26 on the cults. Plus maybe 9 or 7 here. So we're talking about like 60 some odd more points. They're going to get like in the 150-ish range. Oh, dwarves go for another town. That's nifty. I wonder if Dwarg is going to just take this hex from me. Because, like, he might. He totally might. I can't really do anything about this dwarves town anyway, right? I'm supposed to just sit here and take the leech. Yeah, I'm supposed to just sit there and take the free leech. Oh, conveniently, I'm... Even if I get this hex, right? There's probably not enough stuff left for me to get this hex. This would be 5 workers to get here. And then 3 workers to make a TP. So I think probably the correct thing for me to do is just to advance my digs and build 1 more dwelling. And then my last stuff maybe turns into a priest power action. Fakirs are very interested in flying right now, not so much in... Not so much in buying a priest. They have all the priests they need to build their stuff. So maybe this priest is good on this air track. So there's not many other ways that I'm turning stuff into points, I think, at this point. Because once I do this, I'll just have enough stuff left for my dwelling, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a weird pipe dream where I get down to 3 structures. Like, the weird pipe dream is that I spend 5 workers here and 1 worker here. That's 6 workers. And then I convert 3 power to a worker. That counts on, that really relies on fakirs not to F me over, though. So maybe what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to build the TP first. Because this changes nothing. So instead of advancing on the exchange track here, oh crap, the TP means that I can't advance on the exchange track. So I actually did commit myself there. Well, we high rolled it, right? We'll see if fakirs let me have that hex or not. I think that, oh shit, yeah, they can just build these 2 and then dig this for their last thing instead of making a TP. Well, it happens, guys. That was the wrong read, but that happens. Yeah, they're going to just fly and dig this hex. They have no real reason to want to build a TP. Oh well. We tried something. You think that swarmlings were overbid? I think they were overbid too. But they're still gonna, like, they're still not in last, right? They're still beating me probably. Like I said, they're gonna be at like 150. What am I gonna be at? I'm gonna get out 1 more dwelling, so that's 122. 122. I pass for nothing. Then I get 6, maybe like 5, 6 cult points. And 6 network points. So I'm like barely in the 130s. God, man. I didn't realize my game was that bad, but it really is. Dork thought about it a lot, so I'm almost certain that he knows that he's got me here. Yeah, man, I was supposed to just advance my digs. I think it would be a huge oversight if this didn't happen now. Like just thinking about it. I mean, admittedly, one thing that fakirs could do differently, they don't have to do this, like deliberately hurt me. Fakirs are allowed to fly here, make a TP, and then hard dig down 1 more dwelling. They can hard dig down this B6 dwelling instead. And then they would beat me on network anyway. And that's actually more productive for them because digging down the dwelling is worth 4 points and the TP is worth 3 points. But regardless, we have to do this and we'll just, we just have to see what happens. Well, we can do this first. We'll just continue to delay our doom. We could advance our digs instead of building that dwelling, actually. The dwelling is 4 points. The dig is 6 points. So I would have 2 resource points left over if I built the dwelling. So that's 6 points total. And I have 1 resource point left over if I just advance digs. It's actually not that obvious which one is better. How close are we? We are one leech away from, or two leech away from being able to advance digs and build that dwelling. And build one dwelling. But I don't think it's going to happen that way. Unfortunately, I think it has to go down this way. We tried our best. We did what we could to stall. What we really should have done was we should have put the TP up here. This would have actually enabled us to get out another structure. But we effed up. It happens. And dwarves will... Well, wait, are dwarves only getting out to 4 structures? No, they're going to get more than that, right? No, they're going to take a workers' town. Yeah, they'll take a workers' town. So they'll build a stronghold. They'll build this hex. Yeah. Dwarves will get down to... Huh. Dwarves don't have any cheap digs left. They have no TPs on their board, so they need to build 4 stuff. Deep Finesse is winning? I actually don't know that at all. Is Deep Finesse winning? I guess he's passing for 8. But I kind of think that Swarmlings look pretty good here. Let's count Deep Finesse's points. He's going to pass for 8. Let's say he takes a 7-point town. And then let's say he gets out a 6-point dwelling, right? And then he has a cheap dig here. So, okay, so he builds the stronghold, and then he takes a 7-point town. That's 97. He builds this hex, that's 6 points. And then he builds this hex, that's 2 points. That's 8 points plus 7 points. Ooh. No. If I had advanced my digs, then this was good. But unfortunately, I did not advance my digs. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait. Dorg did do what I suggested that I do. So I am getting this. That's awesome. I also think I was supposed to take that 2-for-1 and send Priest to Air. That's 1 fewer point for fakirs, but whatever. Fakirs have me beat. They have more network than me, and we're going to have even points at the end of the game. Wait, but Deep Finesse, can he actually get this dwelling out? I'm just still not sure about that. Like, I'm counting how many workers he needs to, like, do this, and I count 10 workers, because he needs to build a TP as well, and he doesn't have the coins for that either. So, we're gonna... He and I are gonna tie on network. Error 1. Okay. Has decided not to go for the stronghold. Or he might still go for the stronghold. This might be stronghold and then tunnel, but whatever. I mean, this makes me happy. Like, I don't think that it ultimately moves the needle that much, but it was nice that I was able to get this hex. Stronghold is too expensive? I mean, the strongholds... I see. This might enable him to get out 2 more structures because he frees up a dwelling. I see. So and then But what town is he taking? Is he taking the workers' town? Because the stronghold would have saved him a worker on this hex. Oh, maybe he just does dig this and then build this. That's probably what happens, right? So he makes a TP, then he digs this for 4, and then builds this. Yeah, so he's going to do these 2 hexes to end the game. And then he passes for 8. So he's going to get 101 with these 2 guys. Pass for 8, 109. We're a tie on network. He has 12, 16, 20 cult points. I have 15 cult points. I think I have Deep Finesse beat. He tunnels once? Is he tunneling? Is Deep Finesse tunneling? I think that building 2 dwellings is more valuable than that. Because he gets network points from that. So I think fakirs have this, if I'm not mistaken. Fakirs have 18 on network. I have 9. So 18 on network puts them at 139, 143, 145. Swarmlings have 1. Yeah. Swarmlings are in the very high 140s. I think this was a mistake from Deep Finesse. I don't think he was supposed to play this way. I think that he was supposed to go for the stronghold and tunnel. Take the 11-point town, stronghold and tunnel. He gets fewer network points, but he gets more tunneling points. He gets the same passing points. And he gets more town points. Because, yeah, this is 1 resource point, 4 air 1 points. That's 120. 146, right? And I think we just said Dorg is 145. And what am I at? I'm at 139 or 135 with network. Plus 5, 140. Oh, wait, I need to beat... Wait, okay. Oh, never mind. Deep Finesse has me beat by 2 points. Right. Yeah. He has me beat by 15 on the cult and we're even on network. So, okay, so... Wow, that was disappointing. That was rough. Very close. Swarmling's OP. I mean, this is Deep Finesse's own fault. I mean, so first of all, I got wrecked. It's like, in the end, I lost. So that sucks. Deep Finesse, I guess he managed to fight his way into 2nd place but I am quite sad about this. Or he managed to fight his way into 3rd place because of this. Versus 4th. That was depressing. So, what could we have done better here? I don't think that we could have done a round. The final round went how it was supposed to. What can I say? I mean, that really sucked. Yeah. Wow. We got tanked on our elo. We took a long game, obviously. So that was unfortunate. It was kind of a fun game, but yeah, I mean, I hate these nasty color wheels. I hate giants in general. What did we achieve here? We got 26 points off of favors. We had the most points from here. We had very high points from here. We didn't pass well, I guess, but like nobody did. Swarmlings got a couple more than anyone else, and that was kind of the difference in the game. I got some points off of towns, like a regular, very normal number of points off of towns, off of area. Giants are always going to be shitty on the cults, I guess. That was like my main issue. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I actually got basically everything to go my way this game. Um, I got Earth 1. I got Water 1. I got the town in the town round. I actually I managed to tie for second on network. Like you can't really ask for that much more than that. Um, I do think Deep Finesse killed us both by taking. I mean, he killed me by taking this, right? Like, this was the one really bad break that I got this game because I was getting this hex, and then this happened. So I don't know what I was supposed to do to pivot out of that though. Um, I think I was still supposed to play for this hex, right? Like, I give up on it, especially after I've already taken this. So I don't know if there's that much that I regret this game, honestly. Um, Sometimes it just doesn't work out right, and sometimes swarmlings just win because no one messed with them like in the slightest. Like all these 3 spots on the cults, but they didn't prioritize taking towns fast enough. They now, admittedly, this was fine for them, but they took um, air 3 points away from swarmlings. Been able to advance their shipping. They would have had to send priest to cult instead. And also, that would have gotten Deep Finesse one other cult point or one other resource point. But yeah, I mean, he chose the things that got him into 3rd place, which is sad and unfortunate. It's probably going to be a long time till we play Giants again, because this faction sucks, dude. Anything jump out here? Not really, right? This is just kind of it is. Yeah, we did well here. We did well here. We could have maybe gotten a little more here. And the rest is fine. Yeah. Oh well, that was the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. We'll see y'all next time.